Hello.
Hello.
Here we are again.
Who are we?
Oh no, don't you start this again. It's only been 2 weeks.
Whence?
It's like so long though, 2 whole weeks.
So long.
Yay, we're back with more Phoenix Wright.
Yeah.
I have no idea where we left off.
Don't look at me.
No, we are not doing a system
I
update.
genuinely is it what I do? Oh, your Switch wants to do a system update.
It doesn't mean I haven't played my Switch for 2 weeks. Look, still here.
Oh my goodness, that's true.
Oh.
What have you been doing at night? Sleeping?
Yeah, I've been sleeping.
Oh, this is where we left off. Yeah, Shones followed us after all.
Yeah, Shomes followed us. Yeah, we just
went
went back here. Like we're in between the case. Oh yeah, we finished the first day of the case.
Yeah, and we've gone back to get like more because he's not actually Ted.
Yeah.
First off.
Yeah.
We've gone back to get more evidence.
Yeah.
Because we established that he's been putting tea coins.
Yeah, tea coins in his...
he put tea...
Yeah,
I mean, he's been putting
tea.
frozen water coins in the gas meter.
Yeah.
And the night of the quote-unquote murder,
mm-hmm.
he saved his tea and used that to make coins instead of water because the pump was frozen over.
Yeah.
Well, he could have just scooped snow.
Yeah, I think it's so weird, but I guess the snow would have been too...
Snow would have taken a while to melt, and blah, 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 but still, like,
So, yeah.
And that wig is still really weird.
It's really weird, and it looks like Shomes is standing on it. It's
it does.
In great distress.
He's standing on a weird sheep.
Yeah. The wrong perspective.
Yeah.
Also, sorry for not streaming. My health was all like lol, namao, and I'm now waiting surgery.
Yeah.
But they don't know when I'll get my surgery. It could be weeks, it could be months.
Yeah.
It could be best part of a year from what I can even tell.
That's helpful.
So until then I'm just in pain.
Yeah.
But
thank you for bearing with us. We'll try and do stuff when we can.
Exactly, but I can't make any promises for when we stream.
I mean, it also means that there are some times potentially when I might pick up stream on my own.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I won't obviously be doing this alone, so I'll probably pick up other things like Kingdom 2 Crowns or any of the other games, in fact, that we've got lined up, but I haven't been doing. Sorry if you hear any rasping noises, I just realised that I've cracked a nail, and if I don't file it down, I'm going to be worrying at it all stream, and then it's going to get so much worse. Nail file ASMR.
I love that emote, your custom
adorable.
emote, DR.
Adorable. Cool and groovy. Those are words that are still a thing now. Right?
I was like...
Super cool!
How are you doing, my fellow kids?
Yeah, how you doing, fellow kids?
Skibbity toilets.
Yeah!
Yes. Yes, yes!
Do they still say that in France, do you think?
Super cool.
No. Skibbity toilet, yes, yes, yes. Or do you think they're like, actually, what's French for toilet?
What the fuck is French? I don't know what toilet.
Like
toilet.
Literal toilet. No,
is it a toilet?
I don't think so.
It's toilet in Dutch.
Is it? Oh, then maybe it is.
Toilet. French. And now we're going to look it up now. Welcome to our stream. Toilet.
Is it toilet?
Hold on, I'm gonna ask how it's pronounced.
But then I suppose back in the old days, your toilet was actually like the process of getting ready. You know? So your toilet would be like... Oh, so it is toilet. Okay. So do they go just like, is skibidi toilet? Wee wee wee?
Yes.
Or like...
I don't care what it is, that is 100% is.
Okay, so I guess, toilet generally is one of those words that's just... like across multiple languages.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah. Because if you did your toilet back in the old days, especially if you were some kind of noblewoman, that would include your makeup and your washing and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why toilet isn't exactly the correct way of saying it if you're in posh, and I mean posh company. Because posh people don't... Anyway. Fine, sorry! Your prefix is dark of 10, and you can only think of cowboy time for some reason. Cowboy time is good though.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one. It's accurate. It's cowboy 10 time. Cowboy 10. God speak. I'm out of practice.
Try to get to investigating. What the hell?
10 to 10. Yeah. 10. Time for crazy. If we're talking about Shomes, then yeah, it's always
I'm
time
avoiding Shomes. I'm saving him for last. Ah, the ill-fated teacups from which the two men drank on the ill-fated night.
During their heated literary debate. Yes, a library debate. What?
Oh yeah.
Come on, yes and no.
Who's stronger, Romeo or Juliet? It sounded like it was quite a discussion.
Why do they make it sound like
yeah,
they did the...
everything about it sounds dirty. Like...
This is probably into libraries. It's true. Yeah, they get him. Yeah. Now I think of it, I'm sure that the two lovers in the play ended their lives with poison. Well, one of them did anyway.
I mean, the other one did too.
No, he didn't.
Oh, no, wait.
Nah. He was all like, oh, poison, be good and be sweet and be still there upon thy lips. And then he was like, oh,
yeah.
Cruel poison,
Dagger
what,
time.
none for Romeo? Stabbing myself in the fucking titty.
Dagger time, yeah.
Dagger time, so yeah. Yeah, he tried to.
It's true.
So there.
Yeah.
And then she woke up.
And she was like, oh no!
And she was like, I'm a friggin' girl! Romeo's deaded himself. And then she stabbed herself too, so actually no. Neither of them.
It's
I
gone.
mean, yeah, she shot herself with it, but that's not necessarily original play accurate.
I think it improved it
Oh
massively.
no, mine musket!
That's fiction, Mrs. Arthur. Let's hope it stays that way.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, because the twist was, yeah, you see, Romeo wasn't actually dead. I mean, Juliet wasn't actually
Romeo was
dead.
very dead.
Yeah, Romeo was super dead. But that's why it's so apt, you see?
And what we have learned from
Because this guy wasn't dead either.
Yeah.
Wow, it's like literary parallels, so intellectual. So what have we learned? Nothing. Me.
Oh, teenagers are dramatic bitches. Steve.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty much what my English teacher said too.
So everybody just took that from his like song.
She wasn't even a teenager, she was 12.
Children are even more dramatic. She was 12.
I believe she started off the play at 12.
Huh.
Which is why the accent was quite disturbing. It's okay, because that's why it's called the Romeo and Juliet law, I believe. Because they were both underage, so it wasn't technically illegal. But he was a bit older than her, but they were both underage. Pretty sure that's why it's called the Romeo and Juliet clause. In those states where I don't know enough about it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure. So it turns out that Mr. Shamspeare wasn't eating the soap at all.
That's right. The mystery of why he had it on a plate whilst holding a fork in his hand is resolved. Is solved.
Resolved!
How's it going? Well, we were trying to remember what we're doing. Thankfully, the game is recapping literally everything.
Yeah, which is actually really handy.
Yeah.
I guess because we did hit a TBC last time.
Yeah, exactly.
And then reloaded here. But still. And how's it going on a personal level, Socketwrench?
I'm here.
And sometimes that's all you need.
No, I mean, I saw the doctor today, and my problems are so specialized. She literally couldn't even find any care people that might potentially be able to help me.
Care people? Did you mean nurses?
Nurses, that's it. Nurses. She's like, I don't really know how to deal with this. It's very specialist problem. So she looked in the system if there were any nurses in this area that might be able to help. She's like, there is nothing.
Yeah. So we're basically hedge witching this. The basic.
Yeah.
It's essentially like, have you tried washing it with salt water?
Yeah, legitimately.
Which I think is the medicinal. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Yes.
Which I feel very vindicated by, because honestly, I suggested salt water like 3 months ago. And you were like, no.
Back then I didn't need it.
No, I agree.
Things have changed since.
I offer you an egg in these trying times.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, egg is always good.
God, what is that from?
Actually, I don't know.
What is
I don't know.
what is wrong? I mean, but yeah, I mean, we have eggs here. What is that from?
Anyway, do you read this?
No.
Well, go on then.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia, yes. Which would be why I know it by proxy, but I've never actually seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia because I watched part of the first episode and I just couldn't. I know you're not supposed to like the protagonists, but I couldn't.
No, same.
But seeing occasional clips is really funny.
Yeah.
So. Yes. To prize his latest ice coin out of its mold. Why did you bring up the spoiled season of suspicious soap? Was that an accident?
No.
Why'd you do that to me?
That's a jump scare you, if I'm
Thank
perfectly
you.
honest.
It worked. And in the process, he accidentally broke the bar of soap in two.
See? Spoiled season of suspicious soap.
The soap was also spoiled.
It certainly was hard to imagine, let alone to use.
Jump soap scared. I was jump soap scared.
If you ran out of change, you wouldn't even have any light, let alone heat. For the needy, London's winters can be very harsh.
Very true, very true.
Nothing has changed!
Nothing has changed. Murder mystery to soap opera. I'm mad about this. Everyone's so funny today. I'm so sleepy. It's cool, you guys can do my job for me. I like it. That's true. But if you think about it, even the wealthy would find themselves freezing if they ran out of small change.
London's winter can be very harsh but forgetful too then.
Also true.
I'm double screws. Frankly, I'm starting to wonder if this Artisan and I are going to make it to spring.
That's true. We don't even have a meter at Baker Street, let alone a gas stove.
We're fine.
Yeah, we're alright.
We're doing that illegal thing where we burn...
Burn wood!
Yeah!
Oh! Yeah, that window
God.
is bricked up. Do you know why the window is bricked up?
It might be... I should have made a council tax. A council tax?
Tax!
Window tax!
I don't want to talk about council tax. Window tax! Window tax! I should have written a jingle. Do we need a window tax jingle?
I think that's a very specific thing we will not need again.
But what if we did, and we didn't have a jingle for it?
Look how dark the stain on the floor is underneath the meter here.
Yes, from all the water dripping out after the ice coins melted, as you established in court this morning. It pains us to say. Yeah,
This would be so moldy.
Yeah, eventually there would be mildew growing there, but you know.
It's very large and it's a very large and obvious stain, isn't it? Sorry, I was laughing.
There weren't two windows, so you can't see 3D. You need two and cross your eyes. Oh, that was such a painful episode. Von Seek's just pulling out his little friggin' doohickey. Because of course he did. Her joke wasn't very transparent, but you'll see through it. Yeah. You keep making puns like that, it's curtains for you.
Hey, where's my painkiller box? There it is.
Yay!
Thank you for reminding me I needed to take these.
We contributed to Socketwrench's pain! Our work here is done.
Still your line. Sorry.
I was about to read it when you said that!
Well, too slow.
Wow. Mr. Shamspeare must have used an awful lot of ice coins, I suppose.
It was an ingenious idea, I'll give him that. It really was. Like...
It was. When do you get paid? You get paid in the LOLs! if you do extra well, there's a Ruffle Mail bonus for you.
1 second while I take these painkillers. Oh, cheap ones have weird textures on them, huh?
Yes, which ones are you taking?
Waitrose own brand ibuprofen.
I'm sorry.
I know.
Oh, the cheap ones. I'm like, oh, what, did you pick up some really, like, cheapsy ones when you were out, like, at some point? No, you just Waitrose own brand.
They're 60p.
Yeah,
That is so cheap.
I understand that also. It just didn't sound right. Just, oh yes, these are the painkillers for the pores. Waitrose own brand. Gosh, living a high life are we? Yeah, this is the problem. The only 2 stores near us within walking distance that aren't like a Tesco Central.
Express. Oh,
Express, that's the one, not Tesco Central. Sorry, that's the one I used to use in Exeter back in the day. As Waitrose and Morrison's.
So it's like, wow.
So like, yippee.
All the time people are like, oh, Morrison's is so expensive. Like, dude, try going to
Yes,
Waitrose.
Have you? But then, I mean, there's no, it's not really. This is the problem. Okay, so Waitrose own brand products used to actually be comparable.
Yeah.
Price-wise. But not recently.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. Standing on your heels like it's gonna hurt. It's true, though,
Shops
isn't
is
it?
built different, though, so
Oh,
we're
well,
being for.
We're talking Greggy.
I mean...
Yeah, he doesn't really fit in with the background perspective, does he? He's really lifting that front foot up.
Yeah.
You can practically see right underneath. They tried. But yeah, I'm worried about Shuns' knees. We've left him in the lurch for quite some time
Yeah,
now.
I do not care. The sun never shines in this room thanks to the depressing bricked up window.
I'm sorry, I'll read her line in a second, but the Morrison's your brother works at the freezer section caught fire?
Oh my god. That's kind of poetic, isn't
Yeah.
it? Somewhere, like...
It is. I mean, I guess because there's quite a lot of
Yeah.
fans and stuff. there.
Electrics.
Yeah. I mean, I know that at one point, the Waitrose freezer section, the electrics broke.
Oh yeah! And it was
And
just...
over half the freezer section, like I think it was more like 70 or 80% of the freezer section, they just had to keep empty for the best part of like a fortnight.
Mm-hmm.
That's the worst part that happened. I don't go in that Waitrose anymore.
No, but you have a problem. Like, okay, so whenever we go out and she's with me, for some reason the lights will always flicker. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you are just cursed.
I don't know if that's a thing, but it's true. Every time we go down, there's only a couple of specific aisles though.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've had that problem since I was young. Like, lights flicker. And I don't know if it's just because I'm cursed or if I mentioned it like once or twice to people. But yeah, I think I'm an electromagnetic kobold. I think, yeah.
It's true.
Also,
It's
because
the
my
horn on your head.
it is. It's this, yeah. Yeah.
Sorry for slurping.
It's okay. But no, my electronics often break down a lot faster than yours too.
Yeah.
So I think I've just got some electromagnetics going on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it's always really creepy. The lights go off sometimes. It's like, oh, please stop. But they don't do it to you when you're on your own.
No.
That's worse somehow. I don't like this. I don't like being haunted. But this is my line still. Yeah, I did say I was going to read it, didn't I?
Sorry for the Tamagotchi noise.
Oh yeah, I should check mine too at some point. Yet, with enough determination, you can always remove the bricks to set some soap outside, can't you?
That sounds like a very wise life lesson, Mrs. Arte.
Only if you plan to follow a life of crime, Mr. Naruhodo. Well, I mean, he did.
Yeah.
Kind of. Now. Later.
Mm-hmm. Hey, remember when we thought it was cheese?
I do remember when
Those
we
were
thought
the
it was
days.
cheese. Dreadful. I mean...
I'll talk to Greggy for a sec, yeah?
Okay, that's wonderful. I'm just gonna give my Tamagotchi a snack, and then... She liked that. Okay. Are you looking for new clues, Inspector? Woldy cheese. I was gonna crack a joke on that, but you corrected yourself too fast. Oh, Lord Van Zakes' orders, yeah. He doesn't sound like that. What?
I love how my brain was like, I wonder when they, like, when, like, Stuart Van Zieks if they sort his name by V or by Z.
I think Z,
Yeah.
because the lowercase v of Van, same for the,
Doesn't happen to my name.
No. What?
It's incorrect. What?
I can't even remember what your surname is.
Good. It's Wrench.
No, it's not. That's your middle name. Well, I know that my name is Pocketfluff Crumb Scrabble, but I don't know what your name is. You have a name. I've just never used it.
Anyway.
Don't come back till you've got something for me, he says. Oh dear, poor you. Yeah, poor me. Because we've already searched every blatant nook and cranny in this place. I don't know what he expects, to be honest. Thank goodness for warm chips is all I can say.
Well, at least he's honest.
Ran out of Gregson bringing him back flowers when... I mean...
What?
Yeah. I'm here for it.
Oh, so just...
You'll have to wait for us to finish our turn, though. When you think of the average soap bar, it would fit comfortably in your hand. This thing is like a brick. It does feel quite large. Like the one that's cracked in half looks more comfortably soap-sized. Even the big, like those Savon de Marseille ones that are apparently everywhere now. I was buying them from markets over a decade ago, and now I just see them.
I know, right?
Everywhere.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I'm like, that's great because they are good. But
Yeah.
still. But yeah, except for this obvious thing we're going to find instead. Exactly. It's just because we are just super trained, more so than the police. Where does he keep getting chips? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. He's, I think, got a pack.
I think
with,
it's an artifact.
Yeah, because infinite. I want the infinite chip and fish.
Oh, that's the seagull in
artifact.
you speaking. I see.
No, okay, well, we're gonna talk to Sholmes.
Violent seagulls.
Mr. Sholmes, what are you up to over there?
What a question indeed! Was it not your good self who asked me to attend the scene? Oi, what are you doing here, Sholmes? What are you up to over there? What are you doing here? Dear me, once a great detective, one's always under scrutiny, it seems. Is now the time, Mr. Sholmes? Are you about to show us your forensic talents in action, as you promised? With the greatest of pleasure, my dear madam.
Are we going to do some more detectiving?
What? What's all this then?
What? Oh no, I don't like that.
You don't like it when they spin?
Have they done that before?
Yeah.
No, really.
Oh wait, I don't think you were actually there. It was in the beginning
in the
of
boat?
the second case, yeah, when he was upside down on a desk, and when the famous this is definitely European.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah. Anyway.
All this is precisely what you requested, Mr. Naruhodo.
Gun? No!
Kellogg Sholmes' sensational skin print seeker gun.
I don't like this.
Moments ago, I took a sample from the teacup that was used by the victim.
A sample from Mr. Shakespeare's cup.
Each individual leaves microscopic secretions on everything he or she touch. A sample of those secretions is all I need to produce this, a refined indicator solution.
Why is it always a gun? Why wouldn't it be a gun? You're welcome.
By liberally spraying the room with this chemical, everything the victim touched is instantly revealed with the aid of these goggles. Here, try them on!
Oh, fancy. Now we are... Blue filter too.
There. Now spray the chemical indicator about and all will be revealed.
And we get lung cancer.
Spray. How do I do that exactly?
A little press of A on the area you're interested in is all that's required. Like this!
What's all that stuff? It's like
Sholmes
fog.
has invented weird fingerprint luminol. A suspension of the chemical indicator in a pressurized gas. It's the most efficient way to cover a large area. That was another invention I discovered, incidentally, whilst I was developing this idea. Oh god, you gassed yourself, didn't you?
As you do.
Go ahead, try it, my dear fellow. We may learn something interesting about the victim's movements on the night in question.
Well, there's nothing to lose, I suppose. Let's explore. I wanted to try it on Gregson. Why did he disappear?
He's run away.
Yeah.
Spray it on the naked candle flame to the left. That should provide an entertaining. It's just behind the dire opossum's nose.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that should provide us some entertainment.
Oh,
Oh, hello. Well, they really did have quite a lot of
Rumbling
discussion, didn't they?
yeah, they sure did.
Guess it also knows what fingerprints are from yesterday and which aren't. Yeah, exactly. It's
Jeez.
really, really clever solution. Yeah.
Oh, there's nothing on.
Nothing on the cheese.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah, they're-
look, this is sussy here.
is that sussy?
Look, they're like hands on this box.
I mean,
here.
yeah, that just means that
Oh,
somebody was kneeling there and using
do
the
not
box.
go there.
I'm just saying.
Not there. Okay, so there's many hands now. Oh wait. I mean, I don't 100% know what I'm looking for.
Look, you've done quite a lot of puffing. Have you considered some passing? Oh, don't give me that look.
Oh, look, there are dozens of handprints here.
So there are! A great many indeed. So much so that it's hard to make out any one individual print, in fact. Brr. It sends a chill down my spine.
Perhaps he was leaning against the wall while he admired this picture. Yeah. Then, well, he admired this picture.
And thought of England! Unlikely, I would say. It's a rather dull scene, after all. And without wishing to state the obvious, you wouldn't generally admire a picture from such close quarters, I feel.
Oh, very true, Mrs. Otter. It's a bit of a mystery then.
I mean, maybe he would. Maybe that hole underneath is.
Yeah, it's like, can we
Maybe
lift
he
off
was
the
leaning
painting?
against the wall while he. Fresh Prince. This isn't Bel Air. All of these prints do in fact look extraordinarily unnatural.
Yeah,
But it does make me wonder if maybe that, yeah, there's two handprints on the blocks implying he moved it, yeah.
Yeah.
Or the box was there so that somebody short could get up to the gas lamp?
I guess. What I find peculiar is that there seem to be no prints on. Oh, there we go.
Also, only a couple of handprints on the clothes.
It's just,
Also, whatever the hell that weird smudge is on the chair, it doesn't actually look like a handprint, but I think
That's-
it must be, yeah.
yeah, no, that doesn't look like a handprint
But it
at all.
has to be, because they're all supposed to be handprints, aren't they? Who touches the chair like that on the sitting area unless you carry it around? Yeah.
Okay, well,
Also, fingerprints on the table for some reason. Like, I mean, on
I mean,
the,
yeah, I
the
guess,
desk in the
yeah.
background.
oh yeah.
But not as many fingerprints as you'd expect on the actual table that they eat from. Guess they were really proud of the fingerprint tech they got working on the 3DS with the Ace Attorney games and wanted to here. I don't know that one.
Me neither.
Oh, you mean like the actual...
I'm just spraying everything because I don't really know what the game wants from me.
Yeah, no. I'm...
Oh yeah. No, I did that already. Don't
Did you... It's like, so you can like actually, when you spray, does it sometimes automatically do that then?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you... You don't really have a choice to like get rid of it, do you?
No.
What about the window? Try doing an extra one on the window? Like the actual... where it pulls out? No. Yeah, you can't like...
No.
You'd think the bricks would be handy, wouldn't you?
Yeah. This hat has a lot of...
Well, yeah, because you got to grip it firmly when you put it firmly on your
Oh,
head. Oh, okay.
Look at all this here.
Oh, yes. Interesting. A multitude of the victim's handprints. Why are there so many of them on the floor in this one spot? Suzato,
Twister.
you don't want to know. Yeah.
Oh, perhaps he had a bad fall just here.
There's nothing obvious that he would have tripped over, though, is there? A cat, obviously. I wonder. Personally, I often stumble when there's nothing obvious to trip over. That's the caffeine.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, the board's got to be loose,
Yeah.
like. I think that's something only a great detective would do, Mr. Sholmes.
Well, this is quite a puzzle. Handprints all over the floor.
Yes, there is no obvious explanation.
There's quite an obvious explanation. You wonder if there's fan fiction about this. There's fan fiction about everything going on.
Everything.
Well, we sprayed Mr. Sholmes' amazing skin print indicator all over this room, didn't we?
Well, we did. But there are two places in particular that are of interest, I would say. Oh yeah, gee. You can tell it's loose because it's a different colour from the
Yeah.
rest of it, and I think maybe the painting is
The handprint
got
on the
something
floor.
hidden behind it, maybe.
Yeah, I do also wonder. The handprint on the floor here, and on the wall by the picture, you mean? We did wonder about that fucking board.
Yes, and I think the floor warrants closer investigation. I won't be a moment. Yeah, we wondered about the board, but mostly actually the handprints on the wall don't look so much like they were lifting the painting off. They look more like they were leaning against,
Yeah,
maybe to eavesdrop
maybe, yeah.
in the pipes, maybe.
Yeah.
Ah,
What is it, Mrs. Otto?
oh, look here, Mr. Naruto. One of the floorboards has popped out.
One of the... You mean
Property damage, yes.
it's a secret hiding place?
Excellent work, Miss Suzato. So what do we have in here? Oi, what are you lot doing?
Inspector Gregson.
Stand aside right this minute. It's my job to investigate there.
No need, Inspector. You continue to
Dig into your portion of chips whilst we dig around under the floor here. Your fancy talk's putting me off my food anyway, Sholmes.
A new bit of evidence is exactly what I need. You might not going to like it. That's alright. On your hands and knees, Gregson.
Wow, a secret hiding place under the floor. What a find.
It's not a hiding place you could make use of in Japan. I don't think I could lift a straw to tummy mat.
Oh, I know, but I never expected one of these wooden floorboards to move either. It's got me wondering about the wall over there too. Aren't you curious?
Oh! I'll investigate at once. There's nothing behind the picture, sadly. Only the wall. How disappointing.
But then, how do you explain the handprints?
I really can't think why anyone who would have been touching the wall over and over in one place like that.
Click. Whir.
There you are, a print for you.
Ah, the photograph of the handprints on the wall has been entered into the court record. Handprints on the wall. Traces of handprints on the wall discovered using the skin print seeker gun. There are multiple prints on either side of a hanging picture, but we can't use this in court because it's not recognized by the court again, surely.
No, but you see, not recognized in court for the first time.
Ooh.
The last
Right.
case we did, where we got none of this fancy tech. Yeah, exactly. This has to be why Fanziques was so bitter about Sholmes. Exactly. Because Sholmes probably used this
Yeah.
to prove the case.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
That destroyed the case so he couldn't kill a Japanese man. Yeah, I do wonder if he was hoping to like send this one off to slaughter. Just as revenge.
Now then. I wonder if Inspector Gregson has found anything under the floor there.
I'm desperate to know.
So am I.
Oh, okay. Oops. Examine? Hi, Greg.
I agree.
I'd love to know if there's anything hidden underneath the floorboard there.
Allow me to ask Gregson now. After all, we're well acquainted. Inspector Gregson! Really, it's been too long! What is it, Sholmes? I thought perhaps you might show me what you found there, seeing as we're such good friends.
We're not friends. No, well, I suppose not. Now Sholmes is going to cry. Thank you, Gregson.
A dismal failure!
Yes, I heard. I'd like to know what was under that floorboard.
Alright then, fair's fair.
What?
You did discover the hiding place after all. I suppose I should at least fill you in.
Really, Inspector? Thank you.
Do it quickly, my dear fellow!
If there's one thing I know about this man, it's that he blows with the wind, as
Fickle as the weather! Oi, stop making me out to be some kind of nut!
There were 3 items under the floor there. A newspaper clipping, a photographic print, and a tin box. Another box.
It's always about the box.
Nah, what do you want to know? ABC? Oh, we just straight up started with C.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cute. Now this tin box looks interesting, doesn't it?
Might I suggest, Inspector, that you open it?
If you were to find something inside that
Reveals the truth behind this case.
I wouldn't be in the least surprised. Yeah, funnily enough, I've already had a look. It's completely empty.
What? Shakespeare, give us a clue, man!
You didn't even have the chance to utter a word, Mr. Naruhodo. But anyway, at least we found out what's inside the box.
Yeah, thin air. It's empty. Rather like how I feel inside. Is there nothing more to this box then? I wonder. Photographic print.
So, this is the photograph I found. Looks reasonably recent to me.
What's his
That's
face?
Gary Deb with.
Oh, it's the portrait painter.
Oh yeah, so it is. So it is.
Right?
Yeah, it is. It is. The person who
Yeah.
Olive had the picture
Yeah.
of as well.
Mm.
Yes, it would appear to have been taken on the street in front of the house here. And the gentleman on the left is Mr. Gary Deb, the landlord, of course.
Well, who's the young man on the right? Mr. Gary Depp's son, perhaps?
Well, that would be even worse, wouldn't it? If they're like sweet on each other, or they know each other, and
Yeah.
his wife accidentally almost murdered
Yeah.
Olive.
Yeah.
Perhaps you can take that print if you like.
Really? Are you sure?
We can presume, therefore, that the yard already knows. Oh, I'm so sorry.
The identity of that young fellow, that is.
Ah, is that true?
Well, it's too bad if we do. Unfortunately for you lot, leaking information isn't one of my pastimes. Actually, it is.
I was going to say.
But okay. My dear Inspector, if I may be so bold as to point something out. Pastimes are for one's leisure, but this is for work.
All the more reason I'm not telling you! A dismal failure!
Yes, I heard. The hidden photograph has been entered in the court record. The hidden photograph. A photographic print found in Mr. Shamspeare's room. It shows the landlord, Mr. Garrett, together with a young man. That makes it sound very sussy.
It does a bit. But it also makes me wonder why it's in this guy's room, unless this is old Garadeb stuff.
Oh, that's
Or,
also
like,
possible.
for example, it's like
stuff that he stored there. Like,
yeah, the stuff that he stored there, or this was like his. I mean, if that was his son, for example, it could have been his son's room once upon a time for a.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or this guy's trying to blackmail Garadeb for whatever reason.
I wonder why a photograph like this was hidden under the floor. I mean, Mr. Shamspeare himself isn't in it.
Photographic prints are still rare treasures in the East End.
I imagine Mr. Garadeb was rather delighted to have been immortalised. He probably made a proud present of it.
Right, a newspaper clipping. No! I didn't switch to it. Thank you for this photograph, Inspector. Are we just looking at this?
Yeah, sticking outside this very building, it would seem. Yeah, same
Who exactly did we know who he is? Wasting your time, sunshine, like I said.
Yeah, and it kind of is, in fact.
Yeah. Okay.
Information exists for the very purpose of being leaked. You're right, that is new. Yeah, we reckon he is the artist that hangs out with Olive.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially her brother, though, actually. I don't know. Still. But I'm pretty sure he's the one who painted that picture. The portrait that Garadeb was so proud of, for sure.
Rent, like,
that's the one.
To knock off his rent.
So maybe once upon a time he was in this room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not in my book it doesn't. I rather think it's not in my book either, in truth.
I don't even have a book. I suppose we'll have to try to find out for ourselves.
I don't know what about that actually really tickled me. Oh, maybe he is dead. That's possible, actually. That guy, yeah, you're right.
Oh shit, that hadn't occurred to me. Yeah,
because that guy who died in Mr. Natsume, yeah, you're right. The guy who died before Mr. Natsume took the room.
Yeah.
Ugh. Looks like this was cut out of the paper about 3 months ago. It's about a convict who got sick and died while he was serving time up in Manchester.
How terrible.
It made the headlines down here in London as well. The bloke had been sentenced to death, you see, but nature got him first.
Oh my goodness, he'd committed a capital offence.
And by the name of Selden. Nasty piece of work, burglaries and murder. They say the hoard he'd knocked off was worth about £1,000. That's a lot more back then than it is today.
A hoard? Of treasure, you mean?
Jewellery and the like. But he'd hidden it somewhere and no one knows where. And now he's dead. Papers loved it, of course. £1,000 lost en route to hell! Or some such was the headline.
Does it not strike you, though?
Why such an article would be so carefully ensconced under the floor? I suppose now you mention it, it does seem a bit old. Well, perhaps I'll go over the paperwork we've got on Selden back at the yard and see if I can turn anything up.
The capital offender article has been entered into the courtroom. A newspaper article about Selden, a criminal sentenced to receive the death penalty. However, he died of illness in prison whilst his loot remained undiscovered.
Sorry if you were capitally offended. Oh, sure. For now, that's not voiced.
It is. I just felt like meowing
Oh.
afterwards.
Fine. Can I do it too?
Yeah.
Can we just meow at any time during the stream? Is that actually acceptable?
If there's a cat, I think yeah.
Oh.
Meow. Oh, look, it's that lovely little kitty cat. What was its name?
It's Mr. Nasumas, isn't it? I don't think we ever asked him actually. Why don't we call it Wagahai? You know, like Mr. Natsume refers to himself in Japanese. I wonder how he got in here. Clever cat.
Well, there's clearly some holes and stuff in the walls, then, eh?
Oh, wonderful. Well then, Wagahai, here's something delicious I bought for you from the cat's meat man.
Pardon?
From the cat's meat man. The
What?
cat's meat man. I don't think...
Where did you get this from?
That looks like brains.
Yeah, legitimately. That looks. Go.
Yeah, no thank you.
Uh.
I don't think you should be buying anything from the cat's meat man. He couldn't be happier now. Look.
Also, she's just been carrying like an uncooled, like.
I guess maybe when she knew that we were going to be coming here, she stopped off at the cat's meat man. I don't think. Do
You think that's long pig?
No, yeah, mm-hmm.
I mean, that sounds so sus.
Just, she could have said the pet store, but, like, and we would have been okay with that, I think. I don't think we would have been like, oh, that's not, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Time frame appropriate. And I'm like, yes, no, some food from the pet store, wonderful. Did they really have to say cat's meat? She could have just said butcher, and we'd have been like, yup, she stopped by the butcher on their way.
That was a genuine thing.
But cat's meat man.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't like
From
that.
Dickens to Jack the Ripper. What's the meaning of cat's meat man?
I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
That is, she went out most days with a hand cart full of chopped meat and skewers to sell to cat owners.
That's wonderful. That she could have just said butcher, and then we would be less distressed. Wow, that's a thing I didn't even know existed. Wow. So
You had the dog's meat man and the cat's meat man.
interesting.
Although they seem to kind of be the same.
I mean, yeah. I guess if you had a dog, he was a dog's meat man.
You know what? It might be one of the reasons we don't really hear about it became a woman's trade.
Ah.
It was primarily women who did it later.
Okay, well then in which case it's really shitey that they call him
Yeah.
the meat
Yeah,
man.
that's like, or woman later.
Uh-huh.
It became a gendered word. But I traveled his barrow through residential neighborhoods with chunks of raw horse meat on wooden skewers. But yeah, like the counterpart, the dog's meat man, the best cat's meat man, knew their customers well and could greet them and their owners by name.
Mm. Checks out. Fascinating. The Learning Channel.
Yeah, well, I'm so not really reading out this fun little...
No, you're not. Put it down.
Hard how the pussies make a road. To buy, you can't refuse. Okay. So may you never be without the music of their muse. Here's a famous meat, all lean and no fat, no better in Great Britain. Come, buy a pennyfort for your cat, a hepafort for your kitten. There you go. Anyway, he couldn't look happier now.
I assume that's Hapeneth.
Yeah, I think it's a Hapeneth, yeah.
Because a penny and a halfpenny.
Ah, that makes more sense.
Halfpenny being half penny.
Yeah. It's kind of a cute thing, though.
I mean, that was a cute little rhyme.
Yeah, it's kind of... It's a full stop. I think it's actually kind of cool to learn about this.
I mean, no, I agree. It's actually fascinating.
We were like, yes, I'm going to spoil my cat.
I mean, yeah.
That, however, was not horse meat, that was brain.
That looked like a brain, yeah. Yeah. But it's cute that she was just like, yes, we're going to go there. Let's buy from the cart. But yeah, she has also been carrying around in her sleeve a penneth, presumably, of unrefrigerated
Ponce.
Yeah.
I just hope we can bring some happiness to its owner too. Right, yeah, we need to go check. But first,
going to Candy Mountain, Charlie.
do not. I'm gonna check on the cat. It's very important that I do this. Look at the cat.
Look at the cat. Look at its flat little paws.
It also has tiny, tiny little needle teeth. Okay.
I love that.
Oh, wow.
That's my favourite bit.
That was cheeky little meow wagahai.
Oh, but he's so adorable. I could sit and watch him forever.
I think he may not appreciate that after a while. And we do have an investigation to get back to.
No, cat.
Oh, the game is not letting me go to the hole.
Wow.
What was all that about then?
But I'm positive that, look, either there's a glory hole in that wall, or he listens in against the piping so that he can hear what's happening, or something. Because I can't think of any other reason why somebody would lean against the wall like that. It's not to remove the picture, and we've established there's nothing behind there anyway. Yeah, they gave it a whole extra 3D scene, but we can't get back there, and I hate that. Like, where did the cat come from?
Maybe.
Oh well, it's probably not important. Does the cat have a new prompt? Does it have a new prompt?
Maybe
Yeah, and you didn't want to say it? Yeah, well, it's... yeah. You're welcome, I said it. So now nobody else has to, and now we can all walk away and move on. Mr. Garrett appears to be out.
Oh well, I suppose we'll just have to come back again later. Guess we don't need to be here.
We could use this opportunity to steal all his stuff.
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah, it's a cat flap. I mean... So that's why Iris made that device. We didn't need to visit him here. Did we? Oh, Mr. Natsume is back.
So he is. Mr. Natsume, hello?
No, we were just describing what we saw. Mr. Natsume's back. I am a cat.
Sorry?
I don't know who Mr. Natsume is, or Herlock Sholmes. I don't know about courts, or trials, or Old Baileys. I am a cat. That's what I am. Just a cat. Mr. Naruhodo, he's trying to escape from reality.
Trying to? He already has. Completely.
Yeah, it's nice, right? He found his persona.
Yeah, I think it's
We
really
should all be very
precious.
proud of him.
So, what's your name then? Oh.
As yet, I have no name. Mr. Naruhodo, he hasn't fully thought out his new identity yet. Maybe it's not too late to bring him back to reality.
Do you think you could open your eyes for us, Mr. Natsume?
I am not a cat.
Oh, buddy.
Natsume. It's worked! He's back in the real world!
I think he should have been allowed to disassociate
I
some more
think so.
personally.
I think so. What's going to become of me? No! Don't answer that! It's obvious!
My accursed soul is never going to escape this accursed fate! Mr. Natsume, no! This morning's proceedings in court proved that there's hope. Now give him a cup of soup and he'll be fine! It's the first step. Yes, yes, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire was brilliant, but the Reaper is omnipresent in court, in my lodgings!
Funsieks?
He gets everywhere. We get it. Here, there, everywhere.
What's he looking straight at me for? I think perhaps there are some things we should discuss.
Oh, yes, yes, we must. Why are we here?
Why not?
Okay.
The game wasn't letting me do anything else, really.
Looking through the bricks as a bat. Yeah, no, I agree.
You just didn't want to voice Suzeki. That is why you're whining about this.
My whole life have I ever been so moved as I was today? No! Of course, if I cast my mind back, there were perhaps one or two other occasions that moved me more. But if I just block those out, then today, being in that courtroom was the most moving experience of my life, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
You're too kind.
Scotland Yard found the remaining tea, just as we deduced, and are analysing it as we speak. There's nothing wrong with that tea. They won't find a drop of poison in it. That's a solemn, sworn, Suzeki, certainty.
Tell me, you both drink tea at the same time that night?
Oh yes, most definitely. Remember, drink tea while it's hot. We both poured it down our throats like it was a hot bath for our bellies. And at the time, you were both completely fine.
As shown by the fact that he and Mr. Shamspear then engaged in the Romeo and Juliet match.
You didn't need to put quotation marks around that. You really didn't. But, we also know full well that they didn't both drink the tea at the same time because he specifically said that he didn't drink the tea.
Oh, but clearly Suzeki-san did not notice it. Which is weird.
We were there when he said that he didn't.
Did he have more tea later?
Maybe.
I suppose the focus of tomorrow's proceedings will be how the poison was taken by the victim then.
I mean, I guess he could have kept it in that empty tin that was empty.
True.
Just because there's nothing in it now, although I don't think that's his tin. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not.
That rotten Shamspear, what have I ever done to him?
You don't recall him taking issue with you over anything you've done recently?
I've been holed up in my room, immersed in books. Ooh.
What? Did you not?
Do you think the treasure's in his room? And Shamspear was trying to get him out so that Shamspear could get in the room?
Ah, why would he want to do that though?
What, to get a ridiculous amount of treasure?
Oh, sorry, yes. Yeah.
I don't know, it makes me wonder if maybe, that's why he's trying to get him out of his room, because...
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Like, I was like, oh, do you
why would anybody want a ridiculous amount of treasure?
What a question. You saw Gyarados at some point claim they moved in around the same time. It kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like maybe that might have something to do with it.
That would make a lot of sense.
He wanted, or he knew it was somewhere in the house. Or maybe he could have killed the person before that. That could also have been a thing. Yeah, he also did that maybe with the previous guy that died there and Suzeki moved in too quickly. Yeah. Either they moved in at the same time and he got the wrong room. Or, he killed the previous guy.
Yeah.
And then Suzeki was like, cheap room, the end.
I don't recall anything at all.
Right.
But what I don't understand is why he didn't let me know sooner. And
let you know what, Mr. Natsume?
About the soap, of course. What else?
Oh dear. Are you struggling with such a meager stipend?
Of course I am. If I had money, I wouldn't have chosen to live an accursed existence in such accursed lodgings.
Yes, you said it's because the place is cursed that it's cheap, didn't you?
Exactly. Especially the room that I rent. The spirit of that capital offender who... There you go.
Yeah,
The spirit of that capital offender who lived there still haunts the place, and it's trying to kill me.
Capital offender.
Might I ask, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, that the next time you visit me, you bring scores of super soft soaps? Yeah. There you go. So it wasn't that the previous guy was murdered. It was that the previous guy was, in fact, Mr. died in jail. In Manchester. Presumably was arrested here in London.
Yeah, possibly.
What's this?
It's a newspaper cutting that we found in Mr. Shakespeare's room.
Ah, so he knew, did he?
Sorry?
About this man, Selden.
A convicted killer and the evil spirit behind the curse that affects my lodgings. Afflicts. What? He's already taken one young man's life, and now he's trying to take the life of another, a miserable, moustached, much maligned Japanese man. Okay, so potentially did then kill the artist. I mean, the artist did die.
I don't know.
So I wonder if... Because the artist was did the paintings to try and get reduced rent.
Yes.
So I think... Yeah, so the artist was also potentially killed in that room. Yeah, the artist died in that room. And now the other guy used to live there.
Yeah.
And I guess so, and that's why they think that he wasn't... I mean, I reckon he was murdered.
Uh-huh.
Not the criminal, this guy.
No, yeah.
But anyway, sorry, yeah.
Mr. Natsume, if you know something, please, you must tell us. Tell us everything. You can't... Sorry, tell us everything you can about this evil spirit. I'm sorry.
The truth is, I didn't know the details myself until very recently. That Selden man was arrested about a year ago now. And at the time, he was hiding out in lodgings at Mr. Garadeb's house.
What? You live where you do now? Yeah.
That's right, yes. Exactly where I live now. In my very room. Oh my. Your room was previously occupied by a criminal found guilty of a capital offence. But before his sentence could be carried out, he died in prison. That was 3 months ago now.
Yeah.
And that's when it started. The gosh.
Yeah, he's definitely been doing stuff like to give
try and
Saseki get him out.
And potentially also murdered the artist who
Yeah.
lived there first.
Uh,
What really is this curse you keep mentioning, Mr. Natsume? It's already caused one death. A few months after the criminal passed away in prison, a man died in the room. The man who rented it after Selden, in fact. The poor lodger, he was found dead in mysterious circumstances. The room was locked from the inside.
looked from the inside.
I just remember, didn't he say his gas flame went out?
Yeah, I don't remember.
He went to sleep And when he woke up, his gas flame had gone out.
Yes.
Which makes me wonder if What's-His-Face was messing with the gas in multiple different ways.
Ah. Yes.
And was basically trying to...
Yeah,
CO poisoning, exactly. Like,
yeah.
turning off the flame and then just filling the room with gas.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, you know, dodge. Because, boom.
Mm-hmm.
But potentially, like, I wonder if something like that as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or, I don't know. Or just turning off the fire. I mean, the actual light in the room. Given that they mentioned the fact that you wouldn't have heat or light.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
If you ran out of gas.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And
yeah,
also,
potentially he's dressing up in costumes.
Yeah.
Sneaking up into a dark room and, like, haunting people and trying to make... Yeah, shadows sitting above him hallucinating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So either... Like, I'm wondering if the actor, who has a larger number of costumes,
Yeah.
potentially,
Mm-hmm.
is... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, from the poisoning, potentially, yeah. But, like, also, yeah, he said he was seeing things. But it could be from CO poisoning, or the actor could literally be dressing up and... But, like, yeah, if the door was locked, then he probably... It's always a locked door, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
But, yeah, he potentially did, that thing.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
So, that's the unfixed curse, is it?
Yes, well, that was the start of it. I don't know. I've always been wrong every single other time I've been theorizing, so...
But that's how these games work.
Exactly!
You get a theory and then it's the wrong theory, but that's fine.
Do you have any idea how the lodger before you passed away, Mr. Natsume? The official cause of death was asphyxia. When they discovered the body, the room was full of gas.
Gas?
He ate too many beans. I only found that out after I'd signed the lease.
God, that's pretty cursed anyway. You
Yeah,
don't want
right?
a room with a fucking gas leak.
Yeah, exactly. When Mr. Garadeb came to tell me later, I couldn't stop myself trembling. In fact, if I'd known beforehand, I'd probably have been too scared to take the room. Landlord's lease, luckily legal.
Lucky for Mr. Garadeb, maybe. But not so lucky for you, Mr. Natsume. And now you believe this curse is affecting you.
It is. At first, I just felt as though I was being watched all the time.
And then you talked about having nightmares, didn't you?
The dead are trying to take me with them. They come before me and try to suffocate me. Just when I'm struggling to breathe, I wake up. And the room is as cold as ice. But why is your room so cold? London winters are too cold to bear without any heating on overnight. But for some reason, even though I light the stove before I climb into bed at night, the pilot light always goes out and the room fills with gas.
Yeah. But it's terrible! It's exactly the same situation as what led to the previous occupant's death. And then there's what's happened to Mr. Shakespeare last night, when he was mysteriously poisoned. There's clearly more to that incident than can be explained by a curse, though.
Whatever can be the cause of all these strange happenings in Mr. Garadeb's rooms?
Oh, can we show him the photograph
Yeah,
of the artist and Garadeb?
let's see.
It's probably not. Yeah, fix a gas leak. Yeah, like that would help, wouldn't it? Garadeb's not exactly a model landlord, is he?
So that's
okay.
me. It's nothing much, but
Oh yeah, sorry then.
yeah.
Present, gift, no, it's not a gift, etc, etc. Sorry, I just wondered if maybe he knew what the guy looked like.
Yeah, honestly.
But I think it has to have been the artist. I mean, that guy is the artist, and I think the artist has to have been the person who died, which is really upsetting in that case, because potentially it's Olive's friend, relation. Little carbon monoxide never hurt anyone. No, it's true.
Which one is it? The hidden photograph. Yeah, let's...
Yeah, didn't we show it to him already?
Oh shit, did I?
I thought that's what this was.
I thought I misclicked, but yeah, no, it was this one. No, my bad.
It's okay. Don't
I'm
worry.
gonna do handprints on the wall instead now.
I don't wanna, I don't want him to have any...
No.
I wonder what he was... I mean, presumably, because there was also a little fingerprint on the knob of the gas lamp as well. So I wonder if... No, I can't think what he would have been doing. But messing with the gas anyway. That's all we've got here. Maybe we should go back to the room?
Yeah. We're in this room, or... Sorry.
Shamspear's room.
Yes, there we go.
Just in case there's something we missed.
Looks pretty much the same, doesn't it?
I mean, yes, it does. Investigate the knob. I mean... Always a valid option. Can we investigate the knob?
No.
Sad.
It's really sad. So I just desperately want to rip off this little bit of like...
Yeah. Hey Craigie, there's a gas leak in the house. Yeah, no, right, you'd think that he'd be more worried about that.
But... No, I don't think there's anything here right now.
Yeah, we can't get to Mr. Natsume's room, can we?
No, I find this really surprising, but it doesn't look like it. Do you think she's still here? No, she's gone.
She wasn't there last time either. I mean, she hasn't gone, but she's not there.
Oh.
I mean, her stuff's just been...
Yeah. Dr. Mouse MD is still here.
Yeah. There's a TV series about him. What do you suppose is happening? It sounds like some sort of disturbance. Oh ho.
Yeah, I hear angry voices.
Oh my, okay, what the... Be not angry, oh ample lady! Verily, thou art mistaken! Mistaken my foot, you were looking at my painting! The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen. 'Twas foul indeed, the poison that moustached villain gaveth me. Forgive me, lady! I wish that you died from that poison!
Okay.
God a mercy, ample lady, but thou seest I have vigour still. Behold, my Shamspear dance! Oh, dear God, now we get to see it from the back. Well, this looks rather ominous, doesn't it?
It's so much worse from this angle somehow.
So much worse. On the other hand, I do kind of like his shoes.
I was gonna say.
They're quite stylish, just maybe in a different colour.
Yeah.
It should jingle.
Jingle, jingle.
Oh, lo! 'Tis the lawyer from the land whence riseth the sun! How now?
What are you doing here, Mr. Shamspear?
Mary, I do believe I am returned unto another ward. He was looking, that's what he was doing, looking at my terrible work! Eastern fellow, so darkly clad. So dark clad. Faith, thy work in court this morning was wonderful. I do applaud thee.
Oh, well, thank you.
That doesn't mean things will go so wonderfully for you tomorrow, does it? finally an unbending.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, that was...
A non-accent. Pursued by a bear, I hope.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just thinking. But anyway, Mr. Shamspeare might technically be the victim in this case, but there's definitely a lot more to it than that. It's very hard to pin the man down.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm such an awful person.
Ah, Miss Green, is everything all right?
Yes. I mean, don't worry about me. They're about to discharge me, so I must get ready to leave right now.
To be fair, if this dickhead came in and just started looking at the work in progress, she deserves to throw the whole man out.
I think so too. Yes.
Like that
Poor
is
thing.
a
She
fucking
needs
crime.
some serious confidence boosting. This woman
Yeah.
has just had horror after horror after horror happen to her. I feel.
Yeah, legit. Oh, I see.
We're delighted that you'll soon be well enough to go home, Miss Green.
Allegedly.
Oh dear, you're too kind. I don't deserve it.
Okay, I'm gonna...
Can we get the opinion of Dr. Mouse MD?
Well, last time we couldn't. Let's see if it's
I mean,
changed.
if he's discharging
No.
her, then I think that
Same
he
opinion.
obviously is of the opinion that there's nothing more he can do for her.
Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah, I'll BRB real quick.
Okay.
Spare yourself for a sec.
Thanks.
Can I get you anything while I'm up?
Yeah, you need the complete works of Shakespeare so we can be working through it every time you leave.
Oh my god!
We discussed.
I have some other books you can read from. I think some of them do include part Shakespeare.
Wonderful. Yeah, you do actually have some Shakespeare.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The sonnets. You got the sonnets. I know. It's okay. You go. I'll be fine. We wish you could show the photo. We might be able to show the photo. We might be able to talk to her. I don't know.
We'll find out.
We'll do some investigations. I feel like we saw that connection way earlier than intended. Do you reckon? I mean, I think I think collectively we've just got an excellent memory as a team.
Yeah.
But I guess if we hadn't seen the connection, they'd be ready to like walk us through it later. You know. So what do we think? What do we think so far? My idea is definitely the Shamspeare knows that or suspects the treasure is hidden in the room that the guy used to occupy. We with the Bugs Bunny meme. Which one's that? The one where he's like in the suit? The suit meme? Which one's the communist one? Hang on. Am I gonna regret it if I Google Bugs Bunny communist meme? Let's see. I can't type. I just wrote Bugs Bummy. Oh! Yeah, yeah. I haven't seen that one. That's actually really funny. The one I found, like, the one that first showed up was like Mum during an argument. My house! Mum during cleaning. Our house. Yeah, that's really funny. Yeah, well, you know. You speak half in memes, that's fine. I'm sorry that I'm getting too old to know all the memes. What?
What memes are you missing out on?
Oh, the Bugs Bunny communist meme. Do you know that meme? I didn't know that meme. The only Bugs Bunny meme I knew was the suit meme.
I don't know either.
Oh, let me see. Let me find it. Maybe it is more on Tumblr. I tend to avoid Tumblr. I'm a little bit afraid of Tumblr. Don't laugh at me. She's laughing at me. Why is she so mean to me? I'm pulling up the meme for her, but she's actually just left the room again. So I don't know why I pulled up the meme. I'm just gonna put my phone back down. Wow, what's the point? Oh, but yeah. So we reckon that you had to laugh and hit your teeth with the mug. No, I hate when that happens. Every single time I'm like, is this it? Is this the end? Is this where I lose my front teeth? What? No, we were talking about. Again, Jules had to laugh and hit your the teeth.
Oh,
the
no.
teeth with the mug.
Oh no!
And I was sympathizing because every single time I do that. When you accidentally with the fork. Oh, thank you. When you accidentally with the fork and you chomp down and it's like a tiny bit sideways.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, cool. Is this the time that I just shatter my entire mouth?
Like your mother did.
Like
when we
my
had
mother
fondue.
did. No, that was No, she did. Yeah,
Yep.
she hit her teeth with the fork,
Yep.
didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, and she like cracked her tooth.
Yep.
I was like, oh, brilliant, thanks.
Yeah.
Well
And she
done.
blamed us.
And she blamed me
Even though she-
specifically. I'm like, that's not my fault.
You're clumsy with your cutlery.
Yeah. I didn't hit you with that. You fell. This one.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that one. It's really funny.
I forgot about that one.
You splintered part of your front teeth off
Oh.
with a raspberry seed. No.
Oh no.
No. Oh my goodness. That's horrifying.
I've cracked a tooth on popcorn.
Yeah, popcorn kernels I think are a popular one though, aren't they? Not that I'm dismissing your
Well,
pain.
But mine also didn't just break, it fucking shattered.
No, you're right.
It was a wisdom tooth, to be fair, so...
Yeah. Was it a wisdom tooth you already had a problem with, or was it just... I can't remember
mean-
if it just did it.
It just... All the wisdom teeth I've had have been problematic.
Yeah.
And now how many do I have left, actually?
I don't know.
One?
Steadily getting dumber by the tooth.
Yeah, because they in the Netherlands, they take them out in twos. So I got, yes, I got my right ones removed. I still have my left ones. And in the UK, they don't remove the bottom ones. So, most of the top ones. Well, it's the bottom ones that they don't do because of the nerve endings. So they removed that bottom left one. I mean the top left one. And then I left my bottom right one. I mean my bottom left one. There we go. Fucking hell.
I see.
Things I don't hate crooked teeth. I think it's always really shitty when people go, oh, English people, oh, I got bad teeth.
It's all the yellow teeth and all that, yeah. It's one of the reasons that we all have yellow teeth. It's because some of the whitening products they currently use in America are illegal over here.
Yeah, on account they are very much. How many horrific things do you want?
Pretty bad
Health
stuff,
complications.
oh my
Also, like, it's not a natural color. I think
No,
that's also
yeah,
what gets
exactly.
me.
Like
that
seeing
weird-
somebody with really white teeth really creeps me out. Like there are a couple of people at the farmers market that we go to, the stall holders, and they have like super white teeth, and I'm like, I can't stop looking at them when they're talking. I'm like, I have no idea what you just said to me because all I could see was your teeth. They
Yeah.
frightened me.
Yeah.
They look like dentures.
Yeah, like, you know, okay, so like from a survivor perspective, right? Like when they talk about fey folk and to look out for like
Yeah.
unnatural things, I'm
Yeah.
like, those white teeth,
Teeth.
100%
Yeah.
part
The
of
only
it.
thing you want from your teeth is that they don't rot. Yeah.
Yeah, same. Which on the
I've
whole,
so far, touch wood, I've been pretty lucky with my teeth.
Yeah.
And my problem is that I drink so much coffee that I have to really battle staining.
yeah,
And like my front teeth, I chipped them on the front of like the bathroom sink when I was a kid.
dumb cobble.
Yeah, dumb cobble, real dumb and short. But yeah, I bent down and I like cracked. I chipped the front two, and like the dentist basically like filed them down a tiny bit so that they weren't like as jagged. But as I've aged, they've worn more. So like they are noticeably jagged now.
Mm-hmm.
If I like run my fingernail along it, I can feel where the chips were. Like
yeah.
there's a little chunk missing, which means that they're really susceptible to coffee staining. Even though,
course.
you know, we have the electric toothbrush. I do like the whitening thing, use the whitening toothpaste, but like I also have to occasionally do the extra whitening, you know, the tooth rubby pen stuff. to get rid of the extra coffee staining. Because I consume a large amount of coffee. Unlike Shomes, who it's a different kind of coffee.
But yeah, bad
But
genes.
They get really badly stained because the chipping means that it seeps
just goes right in there. Yeah.
And the dentist was like, well, drink your coffee with milk. And I'm like, ew. No. That is not for me. I would rather not do that. But yeah, so far I've been pretty lucky about the teeth thing, all things considered. Given what I've done to the poor things.
So absolutely let me know if anybody here has a teeth problem, because I know that can also be, sorry for my
Of course, yeah, that can also be a trigger, I forgot. Always.
Yeah, because like my, I have spots on my teeth, my front ones, because my mother gave me too much. Yeah, when I was a kid, it was like the thing to give people.
Yeah, I had fluoride drops when I was a kid as well, but like.
But if the dosage isn't exactly right, spots will happen. So.
Yeah, and I don't have the little spots on mine, but.
For the longest time, I was like, "What is that? I just don't understand." And they were like, "Oh, did you get this as a child?" I was like, "Yes," and they were like, "It's probably that."
Because lo and behold, because for a while they were like, "Oh yeah, too much fluoride isn't a problem," because they also put fluoride in their drinking water.
They did too. Yeah.
And it's like, maybe no.
Yeah.
Did you ever say you had wisdom teeth removal unnecessarily? Oh no, because the pain was caused by a hole next to them.
Oh, that's horrific. However, it's possibly good to have them removed, because they do like to cause problems.
You do.
If you have bad teeth genetics, in the Netherlands they just remove them preventative, because for that very reason. So. Well, that's horrible.
I've never had a wisdom tooth out. I've never had a tooth out yet. So far, touch wood, holy moly.
I mean, my biggest problem is actually caused by a dentist mess up, so that's fun. I have half a tooth, basically at this point. It's slowly withering away, but there are no NHS dentists.
Well, there are no NHS dentists who will touch it.
No, they look at that and they go like, oh, fuck no.
Because wasn't it that basically it ended up getting an infection encapsulated underneath it?
Yes. Yeah, I got.
And the dentist wouldn't believe you when you said that there was something wrong.
No, what originally happened, and this must have happened like basically just as this tooth had grown in. You know how they seal it when they're deep grooves to prevent
sealant.
Yeah, exactly, to prevent it. So what he did, he got grot stuck under that. So it started rotting from the inside. But of course, at the surface level, nothing seemed wrong. So when I complained when they gave me braces, I complained about the fact that tooth really hurt, was agonizingly painful, because it was one of the molars that they put it on. But to help stretch, exactly, to help stretch the jaw. And I couldn't abide it, so I just didn't. I stopped wearing it because it hurt so bad. And then, like, years later, I got a bloody infection in that tooth. And it just cracked. And then it turned out that, it wasn't a very serious crack. But I went to see another dentist, and he was like, yeah, whoever did this really messed things up, because, you're gonna need a root canal because of what's happened here. But then they did the root canal, and everything was done except for the crown. And I came back, and the dentist checked again on the photo, and they say, yeah, the root has an encapsulated infection, so we can't put the crown on it. And it means it will last a really long time, but over time you will need it replaced. And by the time I went to look into getting it replaced, another dentist looked and was like, no, that's going to require specialist care. And I got the bill in the Netherlands. I was like, that is not happening. Like, I think at the time already, and we're talking about over a decade ago, that started at 6,000 to 7,000.
Yeah.
And dental insurance doesn't go up that far. So I was like, is this going to cause a problem? And they were like, nah, I mean, as long as you don't poke it, it shouldn't be a problem. So, yeah.
Isn't that the one that the popcorn took out?
No, that was my wisdom tooth.
Oh, okay, yeah, my
That
bad.
was my my.
Yeah, of course
my
it was. We even talked about that.
Yeah.
I sometimes get them mixed up. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
And then this one was fine. Like, sometimes it hurt, but it had a root canal, so I couldn't feel a bloody thing as long as the tissue around it didn't hurt. And then literally 2 weeks when lockdown happened,
Oh yeah.
this fucker just pop, split a whole chunk off.
Yeah.
And since then I've just had basically half a tooth there.
Yeah.
I just want it pulled out.
Yeah.
But if you have a tooth like this, every single dentist you go see refuses to pull it out
Yeah.
because it can technically still be saved. So it's like this thing, right? They will just not pull out healthy teeth.
Yeah, because also if they do pull out healthy teeth, there are other complications and consequences that they can then be liable for. I
Exactly.
assume.
So nobody.
it's like, yeah.
I had to wait for it to get this severe in order for
Yeah.
them to look at it. But now there are no NHS dentists, and I don't. I mean, I do want to go private, but there's just something so hideous about paying thousands just to get a bloody
this is the
tooth
thing.
pulled out.
The problem is the horrible problem is that there's a really good dentist within walking distance, and he's private and he's expensive, and I know he's really good because back when I was younger, that was my dentist. I can't afford him now. My parents still go to him.
Yeah.
But like he's so good.
Yeah.
Like he's constantly going to like conferences in Europe to learn like the latest, greatest new teeth techniques. He's really passionate about dental health, blah 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 blah. Like he's obsessed with his job. He is such a good dentist. But my God, we cannot afford him. It would be so simple just to be like, yeah, anyway. And he's right there. We walk past him on the way to the supermarket, and it's like, when you're canine that started off as a kid because your little brother hit you in the face with a metal ring. But,
oh, those things.
Yeah, those things were like vicious.
Yeah.
Playgrounds back in the day were just full of torture devices when
they were. Oh, that's horrific. Yeah, no.
And of course, it could never be like before you lost your first your baby teeth, could it?
No.
Like ever. Like none of this serious tooth damage ever happened pre-baby tooth loss. No. The new ones grow in, and we're all just like, let's smash our faces into everything.
I still think it's so stupid. Like if you knock out your teeth, you have to put it in milk. Like no joke. You have to put it in milk, and then you have to go to the dentist to preserve it.
Can you get it put back in?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had a student back when I was teaching who fell down the bloody stairs.
Oh my goodness.
And it was just like, they even were like, oh yeah, give it a couple of hours, just go to the dentist then. And just popped it back in there.
I did not know that. What?
You can snap them off. It can also just be put back on there.
Holy moly. Like, I also didn't know that because the only time I've ever actually seen somebody who actually lost a tooth was when I was my first, like my foundation year at uni. I knew a girl, and she, I think, probably actually had an alcohol problem because it started on Friday and it didn't end until Sunday morning, the drinking. But she tripped over a chain between two bollards and landed just face first on the pavement. But like she was so blattered that she didn't even put her hands out. She just landed. She broke her fall with her front teeth, basically, and she was just missing the two front teeth. They just were absent, and she had to get like implants and veneers, and her parents were like, yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So one day she had like no front teeth, and the next day she came back and she was like, look, I have teeth again. But they weren't real teeth, they were implants.
In other words, better.
Yeah, they were cyborg teeth.
Because quite frankly, I'm fine with them replacing parts of my body with that. Like, I'd be okay with that.
You're very happy to become cyborg.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But then again, my mother, she always told me, because my mom's side of the family has really bad teeth genetics. So she was like, oh yeah, by age 40 you'll basically have dentures. That's how I was raised. So
with the assumption, because that was like quite common back in the day. Like my grandmother, I think my grandmother's generation were usually they would often have their teeth pulled out and just replace them with dentures. By the time they were like at least in their mid-40s. Yeah. Because it was easier than the alternative. But
so like for the longest time, that's basically how I grew up. And then I hit my 20s, I was like, wait, maybe that hasn't have to be a thing for me.
Yeah, the thought of not feeling anything, like, because teeth are such an important tactile sensory experience when you're like eating things.
I would be so okay with not feeling these things.
Yeah, it's difficult for me because I do have sensitive teeth. I do have to be really careful. And some days it's more sensitive than others, depending on, you know, what cycle of the moon we're on, as it were.
But it is true though. It's weird not
But
to.
yeah,
Like you kind of forget that there is actually feeling in teeth.
you really have nerves.
Yeah,
I mean, do you forget there's feeling in teeth though?
I do.
Do you?
Yes.
But they feel so much.
Yeah. You seem to forget that I actually have teeth without feeling.
Yeah. Removing dental from the NHS has not helped the British stereotype of having bad teeth. No, it's
No.
true.
No.
Yeah, no.
I mean, the weird thing is though that, I mean, again, like everything in the Netherlands is kind of half semi-privatized, except for dental care, which is 100% basically privatized. The highest like tiers of like insurance, and
That's a really bad video game, I hear. Tears of Insurance.
tiers of insurance. Yeah, I heard some quite like salty reviews
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Either way, if you've never had anything wrong with your teeth, and I mean like they are they have to be perfect in order to get this kind of insurance. You only get like 1.5 to 2,000 back, which is basically one root canal is all you get. And at that point, if you have a root canal, you cannot have that insurance tier anymore because, well, they're not perfect. So
Dismal.
it's the care is, yeah, you see it very similarly, but still people get better dental care in the Netherlands, which is just weird.
I think it's because they can actually access dentists. That
yeah,
does,
that's the
that
thing.
does help. Like being able to actually, you know,
It's a real kick in the teeth.
yeah.
Oh, no,
yeah,
but
no,
we're
I
keeping
think we're doing a
Yeah.
cross.
This is just per
Counter,
case. This is the case.
Oh, is it a full case? We're not talking about like his lifetime count.
No,
It's
no,
just a
I
per
think
case
I
thing.
think
Okay,
it's
yeah.
a per case thing because we even adjusted it to be exactly for this case.
That's true. We did. Well,
Like,
only
we
because we
counted them.
we'd only just started counting.
Yeah, but we still did
But
it.
yeah, no, you're right. We did.
Anyway, sorry.
I just can't believe he already managed to get so high on the murdered somebody with a bottle counter.
Yeah, well, his hand slipped. Remember?
Yeah,
He was
you're
like, oh, no.
right. Oopsie doopsie, he said.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Yeah, so
enough about teeth. Teeth.
teeth.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So, are you feeling more like yourself today, Miss Green?
I am. Thank you. I mean, people do recover from ordeals like this, don't they? Even people like me.
I think they would 100% milk it for social media clout.
I think, yeah, these days they absolutely would.
Like,
Something about landlords, probably.
well, yes, it really was an ordeal, wasn't it?
As far as I was concerned, I was just walking along in the snow one evening, minding my own business. And then, completely out of the blue, I was struck in the back by a knife and collapsed unconscious for days.
Huh?
So by smooth criminal. Yeah. Don't try and make sense of it. Just
I
keep it
heard,
alive.
it made too much sense.
Of course, when I finally woke up again yesterday, the whole business had been cleared up already. What a terrible week it's been for you. Oh, no, I'm sure I'm very lucky, really. I'll look back on this fondly.
Yeah, she should just.
And back then, people would still
Uh-huh.
sell the story to tabloids. I got stabbed in the back by a domestic dispute, and all I got was a hospital trip. Yeah, I hope it was a paid-for hospital trip.
I think yes. Really?
Anyway, I must be getting my things together now, so I'm ready to be discharged.
Oh, yeah, of course. Sorry to take up your time when you're obviously busy. Okay, where's he gone?
I mean, he just disappeared off back to his own ward, I guess.
Gonna go visit him. Oh wait, present. What do we want to? Oh no, I
Okay,
can't
no,
present
we can't
anything.
present, sadly.
Ah.
Yeah, busy sitting there. She's packing very slowly with her eyes. That's how I
The
pack.
mouse is helping.
Excuse me, Dr. Mouse MD is a busy rodent. He does not have time to pack things for you.
Let's see if there's anything going on outside of Briar Road now. triggered straight away.
Except me.
Looks very green now, doesn't it?
Mhm.
The cheese.
It does
So
look
clear.
extremely green, but I mean the other one inside looks pretty green too.
Yes. Okay, and we don't start this again. I didn't think there's anything going on here. Daily news. No, I don't think.
Removed all the windows. But yeah, I do wonder if he was like listening or doing something against the wall that stops the gas.
Yeah.
Maybe it's weed soap. Maybe.
Oh my god. Okay, well, nothing really triggered here, so.
Back to the room.
Yeah, I think so.
I do wonder if there's something we missed.
Very likely, yes.
Yeah, Garudub's not there. Prison we did.
Our own room?
Our own room.
Converse? No, we've already done
No.
all that. Don't want to discuss the pressing topics.
What about the shovel? We've discussed the shovel.
We do not want to discuss the.
If you see a spade, you call it a spade. Even if it's a shovel.
Our stream is doesn't mean we should be like discussing like things like the leaks.
Pardon?
I was talking about the Pokemon stories.
Oh, the leaks! No, you've been reading those to me recently.
Yeah, but
like,
okay, chat.
I
What's
quite
your
enjoy it.
favorite? I really
Yeah.
enjoy them. The Rapidash one is my favorite, along with the Ursa Ring one. But I quite like the Typhlosion one.
The Ursa ring. Did you
I
read
don't
the
think I
Ursa
read
ring?
that one to you.
No, I don't think you did.
It's it's the classic story about like, you know, the one. Oh no, it's two brothers. The older brother is a good hunter and always brings back meat, and the younger one like collects berries.
Oh,
And one day,
the second hunter one. One day.
One day he goes into the forest and he finds like an Ursa ring, and like rather than killing her, she becomes his wife.
Of course she does.
But then of course she also provides basically him with meat, like other Ursa ring meat. Like the elder of her tribe.
Okay.
That have already like provided offspring. So then like the younger brother keeps bringing back meat, and of course it irks like the older brother, who goes out into the woods, finds the wife and kills her. And then like the only things that I think are left are like, was it her heart, her eyes, and her voice. And the other brother basically takes those pieces and returns into the woods with them, never to be seen again. It's one of those tales, you know?
Yeah.
The typical, you know, live in harmony. Don't take more than you need, because the
Yeah.
other thing with the Ursa Rings, like, what you, yeah. I actually saw a spade versus shuffle meme with Runa recently.
That's
Couldn't
amazing.
believe it. Oh my god!
That is amazing.
Oh.
And he very proudly sat and said, "Ah, I understood that reference."
Yeah, it was me. Okay, is there
I don't know
anything,
what happens. What?
anything going in Jumpspear's room? I keep thinking something has happened, but it's just...
I mean, I'm assuming we can't know. Wagahai has been interacted with. We can't interact
Oh,
with
so
that anymore.
random.
What about the
Yeah, Garrett potentially, is he back maybe?
I wonder if he's back since we talked to what's his face again.
Oh
maybe.
yeah. Let's see
Oh
if
yeah,
he's
do you
back.
know? I don't believe we visited this place for some time. You're right. She does say that. I hadn't, because you were flipping between them so
Yeah.
quickly. I hadn't read it, so
I was not paying attention. Mr. and Mrs. Garrett Depps'
keep forgetting that she sometimes
There he
helps.
is.
Holy moly, there he is.
Ah, you're here now, Mr. Garrett Depp. Remember, you don't want to do it too hard on your voice.
Right, bally business it is for me, you know, getting out and about.
Were you at the Old Bailey by any chance?
Naturally, fate of my lodgings hanging in the balance and all that. Not a trial to miss.
The fate of what's already been dubbed your haunted lodgings, yes.
Of course, that place has caused quite a stir around the capital on more than one occasion already. There's the old haunted lodgings or some such.
Ah, well, at least he knows.
Makes you wonder what the blazes is going on, don't you know?
It's not haunted. It's a gas leak.
I don't know.
Haunted by a gas leak. Ooh. spooky. Yes, I'm sure it does. In fact, thinking back to Mr. Natsume's other trial just 2 days ago, well, you were at the Old Bailey then as well, weren't you? Testifying with your wife about what happened.
Then we just can't escape this man, can
No,
we?
we can't.
Stopped off at the prison on the way home, in fact. Beastly business.
I see.
He's a landlord. He doesn't fix things.
He did just put that teacup in the air. That was quite
he
amazing.
So, what brings you to my haunted abode today, eh?
Good, we get to converse with him. How splendid!
Your lodgings, sir.
Some fishy fellow from the Far East and a failed actor chap of questionable character, eh? Yes, the house does seem to have become something of a magnet for rum fellows of late.
Or you could fix the gas leak and raise the rent and actually make it a nicer place to live. And then maybe you'd get some people who actually were, you know...
Thanks to that bally curse.
The convict's curse, you mean?
Yeah, heard the stories, have you? Rotten scoundrel was arrested here, then the next chap in the room goes and keels over. Then there was that woman who dropped dead just outside on the street, not to mention the actor yesterday. Am I next, eh? Well, can't help but get the collywobbles, can you?
Oh, when you say that woman who dropped dead outside on the street, do you mean Miss Green?
Oh, sorry, I keep thinking this is yours.
That's you!
Because Miss Green was stabbed by the knife and Mr. Shamspeare, who was poisoned last night, are both very much alive still.
Yes, well, so is that blasted convict's curse, it seems.
As you say, gas leak. Fixed it for you.
Personally, I should be quite content with such lodgings. A bath, a toilet, a fireplace, a fascinating history. What? It sounds like the lap of luxury.
I'm not so sure about that.
Well, there's no bath or toilet included, and no fireplace either.
But you do look out for your tenants, don't you? But he is a London landlord.
No, he does not.
By watching the rise and fall of the flames in your gas lamps up here.
Yes, never hurts to keep an eye on things in case there are any mishaps or such like.
I think you've had your mishap already, sir!
It's not helpful, Mr. Sholmes.
I haven't forgiven me. The words just came to my lips.
That expression is literally the only reaction you can give that, if I'm perfectly honest.
Oh, God.
Some fishy fellow from the Far East and a failed actor chap of questionable, huh?
We've done this already.
Did I select
Did you
the
just
wrong one?
select the wrong one?
I thought I selected the other one.
You-
There's no need for that, Mr. Garrett.
No, that's right. Mr. Natsume is in no way fishy. Oh, that's so weird.
Uh.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't understand. Sorry for not reading the line twice then in that case, but we definitely read it before.
Yeah.
He is undeniably peculiar, however.
Is it right that he took the vacancy immediately after the previous tenant passed away?
Yes, that's right. I asked the estate agent to find someone and he popped up the very same day. Never came across a chap so clean for a place with a background, as it were.
I don't think it was the room's background he was keen on so much as the cheap rent, actually.
So, how long has Mr. Shamspeare been lodging under your roof?
Well, that failed actor chap. Let me see. Oh, of course. Yes, it's been 3 months now. Quite sure of it.
Only 3 months? He's quite new here too, then.
And to what do you owe your
And to what do you owe your certainty in that regard, Mr. Garrido, if I might ask? Well, it was that Selden scoundrel, as it happens.
Selden? The convict, you mean? So Selden and Shakespeare have some kind of connection then. Shakespeare's
That convict chap, Selden, passed away in the clink 3 months ago now, you see. Some malady or other.
Yes, we've seen the report from the newspaper at the time.
Well, it was only 3 days later that the tragedian,
I assume that's how you pronounce it.
I don't
showed
know.
his face. The actor fella.
Really?
Yes, I remember it quite distinctly. 'Tis small, this world we inhabit. Prithee, landlord, hear my request. I, the humble Shakespeare, do desire to take thy room on the middle floor, offered erewhile for rent. Terribly sorry and whatnot, but that won't be possible. Already have a lodger on the middle floor, ground floor room's vacant there.
Nothing can be made out of nothing. Let me repeat mine will unto thee.
Those curls must be muffling your ears. The room on the middle floor's taken. It's ground floor or nothing.
Very well. We have an accord.
Glad to hear it. Welcome to Briar Road.
Hello! A Shakespeare dance to celebrate! Yeah, so he was like, I want that room. And Garadeb was like, well, you can't have it. And he was like, I said I want that room. And he was like, no.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so he murdered the guy and then was all like, tee-hee, now I can move. And then Natsume was like,
Oh, cheap lodgings. Yes, I'll take it.
yeah, wee-hee. And I guess he's been trying to get him,
Yeah, out as well.
yeah.
Michael, you could just have, like, I don't know, make friends with the guy and
Yeah, and
ask
spent
if he
more
can
time
sit-
in
yeah.
his room and stuff, right? Like,
Yeah.
that would have worked. He clearly, I don't know.
Share the loot. I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
From what I heard in court today, sounds like the chap was thieving gas. And he was 3 months in arrears with the rent, too. Yeah, the fellow was a bally player, all right.
So he never paid his fucking rent.
It seems that way, yeah.
Thank you for your candour, Mr. Garrydeb. We are most grateful.
You could have kicked him out ages ago,
Yeah,
my
you
man.
could have
Like 3
Yeah.
months.
If you'd kicked him out a long time ago, maybe the little artist chappie wouldn't have died. How about that?
By way of appreciation, allow me to say 1 or 2 words.
Give me my robe, put on my crown. I have immortal longings in me. I've got lodgings on the brain. I have immortal longings in me.
What? What's happened to you?
Oh, Shakespeare, my dear fellow, one of his most famous lines. I wish to divulge my own learning of the subject, for I have a turn for literature too, you know.
Oh no. Perhaps you could turn your attention to more apt lines then.
Is that actually Shakespeare? Or did he just mess up a quote?
Oh, don't look at me. You all know Shakespeare, I don't.
I didn't recognise it, but that doesn't mean much. I'm not a Shakespeare. Can we not tell him about the gas leak? Evidently not.
Oh, let's get the photo out of these guys.
Well, I'm assuming, given that the actual coroner's report said that the room was full of gas with the first guy,
Yeah, he must know.
I'm assuming he has to know and just not give a toot.
Yeah, that checks out. Mr. Garrida, could I ask you to look at this photograph?
No.
Bally, no.
Bally, no.
Is that your son who's with you here?
No, not at all. He was a lodger here once. Duncan Ross was his name.
Duncan Ross.
Okay, so not necessarily related to Ms.
Duncan fucking Ross.
What?
What a name.
Yeah. Well,
Duncan Ross.
A street photographer happened to be passing, so I asked him to take a shot. Just for kicks, really.
Was he by any chance the lodger before Mr. Natsume?
Even pinned on his medal, which I think is kind of
Yeah,
hilarious.
quite, right?
Yes, that's right. Oh, the young gentleman who died in the room in mysterious circumstances.
See, they're trying also to get us to care about the victim, and so far it's working for me. We're quite upset about him having been murdered.
Yeah, I am quite upset myself, yeah. Just what Mr. Moustache was waiting for, one might say. You're not trying to imply that he killed him too.
Yes, young Duncan lived in the room at the top of the first flight of stairs before that Japanese chap.
Would you mind telling us a little more about him? The Lodger's death.
It's good to know that I'm not too sleepy to not misread that as Badger's death.
Oh, get some good rest, Cunardo.
Oh, yeah.
It won't be much longer.
Yeah. I hope you get some good sleep. Or else.
Yes, Duncan Ross. Young chap was attending art school. Had to work to pay for it, mind. Moved into the middle floor room about a year ago. After that criminal, Selden, was arrested. Young students are always on the hunt for rooms with a history behind them.
History of cheap rent, maybe. Yes.
Yes, well, anyway, it was one morning about a month ago now. I hadn't quite worked out the old trick of watching the gas lamps to see what my lodgers are up to at the time. So, sadly, I was rather tardy to discover what had happened. Smell of gas that alerted at me. Smell of gas that alerted me. It was.
Ah, yes, synonymous with the smell of death.
Called the police straight away, of course, and the officer kicked the door off its hinges. And once we got inside, we all barely collapsed.
Because of the gas?
Yes, the room was full of it. No air at all. Some stove must have gone out while the poor chap was sleeping in his bed.
So, Mr. Ross suffocated to death.
Of course, the police gave me a sound ticking off because the gas pipes were so old and all that. Can't tell you how much it set me back to have the lot replaced all over the house.
There you go. He did try.
No, but even after you had all that work done, Mr. Natsume says the same thing. That the stove goes out at night while he's asleep in bed.
Well, that's the bally curse! The convict's curse! I've done my duty as a landlord now.
Someone's feeling defensive.
Ah, that reminds me, actually.
Yes?
About young Duncan. The night before the poor chap perished, he'd been writing a letter of affection to a young lady.
Oh no!
A love letter, you mean? Oh, that's so upsetting.
Yes, well, where did I put it now? Ah, here it is. I left it on my desk.
If you'll excuse me.
Let me see now. What does it say? To my most beautiful and charming sweetheart.
Do you think that we should be reading such a personal piece of correspondence?
My dear Miss Susato, that is precisely why I prefaced my reading with, if you'll excuse me.
I will not excuse you, Mr. Sholmes, no.
Sadly, he didn't address it, though. So I've no means of delivering the thing. Rather sad, really.
I see. Ah, that's going to play on my mind.
Oh, okay, but it's for Olive.
So yeah.
But really, the identity of Mr. Ross's sweetheart has no bearing on the case. I think we should leave well alone.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Susato, that's most unlike you.
Yeah.
Indeed, the intended recipient's address is missing. However, there is a name attributed to the man's most beautiful and charming sweetheart. Mr. Sholmes, please! I've already had to chastise you about this once. My undying love to you, my colourful darling, Olive Green. Oh!
Olive Green? The woman who was plunged into a coma after a knife plunged into her back outside his house 5 days ago. The victim of the last case, Suzaki-san was in court for. who regained consciousness only yesterday. Is it just chance that her name has come up now? Could it possibly be a mere coincidence?
Mr. Naruhodo, whatever can this mean? Reading personal correspondence can have its merits, you see, Miss Susato. Yeah.
Well, that happened. Okay, present. Anything else? Don't think he has anything to say about
this Rogering.
The handprints on the wall?
Probably not. I don't think.
It looks
so sassy, but like, no, there's not really. I wonder what he could have been doing.
Yeah. So weird.
Like.
I'm sure it will become clear later. We don't really have anything else to.
I mean, I guess we could potentially, go to the hospital and see if she's gone yet.
Yeah, she probably will be
Probably
gone now.
has gone now, yeah, because she was making that whole thing about.
I don't believe we visited this place for some time, so that's how
Okay,
she
no,
knows
so
now.
that's definitely for us to go to, but well, her stuff is still there,
yeah.
so. Mr. Naruhodo, I've just finished speaking with a doctor. It seems Miss Green is well enough to be discharged at last. We definitely didn't know that.
No, this is good news, but hopefully just before.
Ah! Before
What is
she leaves,
it?
by the way.
Yeah. Miss Green! Wait, what is she about to drink? What was that? She clearly just hid something behind her back.
She's stealing medicines or what?
Trying to poison herself.
One moment. I'll be with you in a jiffy. Hello everyone. What are you doing here? The doctor said I can be discharged, so I'm just getting my things together. Miss Green, what were you just doing? Nothing really. I was just about to take some medicine the doctor prescribed for me, that's all.
We were hoping to have another quick chat with you, if that's alright.
I don't really have anything else to tell you.
Alright, she's definitely behaving strangely. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can't coax something out of her.
Yeah, I'm not liking the Romeo and Juliet parallels here either. Like,
it's wonderful news that you're going to be discharged, Miss Green's bloody hell. Forgot how to talk.
oh yes, I mean, thank you. Once people are better, the hospital staff don't want them lingering and wasting space. Not people like me, anyway. So I don't think I should keep anyone waiting. I probably shouldn't stand around and chat.
She certainly doesn't seem to be in the mood to talk, that's for sure.
Please tell me we have the letter.
Shows.
What the flaming, ever-loving... Why do we not have the sodding letter? Well, I guess maybe we'll do some examining. Maybe examine the painting as well? Or the photograph she was looking at, right? Or that was, yeah.
This is the card that Miss Green was looking at so intently before, isn't it?
Mr. Naruhodo, we shouldn't be peeking at a young woman's private effects.
Right, I should say peeking for gentlemen's effect only.
God, he's funny. You mustn't do that either.
And maybe you, Mrs. Arthur, shouldn't be peeking into a young man's mind either, hmm? This is the bottle that Miss Green was just about to drink from when we arrived. Sorry, drink from just before we arrived.
Yes, she looked rather preoccupied, didn't she?
How Perhaps it's very bitter. I can't stand bitter medicine.
I suppose that could be it.
In fact, whenever a doctor prescribes me medicine for a number of days, I always take it all at once.
Oh no.
Well, if you have to take something you don't like, it's best to get it all out of the way in one go, isn't it?
Oh dear. And I thought it was Miss Green I should be worrying about at the moment. I like that we just got an achievement for that.
Guess this was optional.
Oh,
No,
we've already looked at
Look,
that.
there's another photograph.
Gee.
Yeah, that's him. Oh yes, it's picture.
A young gentleman. Same age as her. Perhaps her special someone, yeah. Why do I not have the letter? Genuinely, why do we not have the letter?
Game might be like this. It's kind of weird I can't talk to her about anything else.
Yeah, why the hell? We've just... let's go back to... No, because... the green part of the letter, I don't think that the... I mean, maybe the envelope is... But I don't know. We don't... I mean... I don't know if that's gonna be relevant
No.
right now.
But I guess because they're like, well, it's not relevant to the case, so it's not going in our court file.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, I guess we could show her the corner of the envelope. But
Doesn't
I don't
hurt
think
if she has nothing to say about it. A picture of the guy.
Oh yeah,
we
the
can try
picture of
that.
the guy. Let's try it. Good point.
Miss Green, we were hoping to ask you about someone. Yeah. Mr. Duncan Ross. You knew him, didn't you?
Okay.
Poison.
Poison.
Oh no. I'm so sorry. The bottle of medicine fell down when she did.
Oh, Miss Green, are you all right? But yeah, you're right. The envelope that she has is the same colour green as the bit we've got. The one that's on the stool.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to startle you like that.
No, it's alright. I just wasn't expecting it. How do you know about Duncan?
Mr. Ross had been writing a letter when he passed away. The landlord found it in his room. It was a very personal letter. To you. It was at the art school. That's where I met Duncan, a year ago now. He was working to fund his studies. He dreamt of becoming a professional artist one day. And the two of you became romantically involved. Yes, that's right. We were very much in love. We were engaged to be married, actually. That's why he decided to move into a cheaper room to save money for the wedding.
Wow.
That's very depressing.
Wow.
That's so much worse. Oh,
And that's what led him to Mr. Gary Debs's.
yes. He told me he'd found the worst but cheapest room in the entire East End. And 1 month ago, that's when it happened. I'm so terribly sorry, Miss Green. Well, it's all in the past now, I suppose. Poor Miss Green. She looks desperately sad.
I was starting to think that's just her look. But now I see that she has every reason to feel the universe is against her.
Yeah. Then that house is cursed for her.
Yeah.
I do hope you won't think I'm being rude, but bugger off. Would you mind leaving me in peace now? I have to leave the hospital soon.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We didn't mean to hold you up. Of course, we'll be on our way.
Mr. Naruhodo!
Yeah.
Surely we're not about to leave? That's quite out of the question.
Mr. Sholmes, I didn't realise you were here.
And of course I was, my dear fellow, watching intently from the shadows, as always. Did he just spin into the room? It's Sholmes. He definitely did.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, make your presence known next time.
Mr. Sholmes, what's this about? Something which occurs to me with some regularity, Miss Susato, is this. Why do detectives insist on such an ex post facto modus operandi? Why solve a case after it's happened? Instead of preventing a case before it happens. That is what sets a great detective apart.
You're right, Captain Doodles. It killed our mouse MD. He has perished. Look
Mouse MD is all those years of medical training brought down by a spilled bottle of poisson. That is French for fish.
What do you mean?
There's a case waiting to happen under our very noses, Mr. Naruhodo. So, I'm just keep seeing out of the corner of my eye, the doctor is dead! Which it just gets me every single time. Yeah, I mean, it does make sense that that's why they had Dr. Mouse MD just sitting around there this whole time. But every time I see the doctor is dead, it just cracks me up.
That's not poison, suspicious soap.
Suspicious soap. Yeah. Let us avert disaster. Let us prevent this case from ever happening with nothing but careful observation.
God. Alright.
Doctor's dead, don't. All the clues you need are set before you. You need only look, and you cannot fail to see. You can do it, Mr. Naruhodo. I know you can.
Let's examine.
Let's examine poor Dr. Mouse MD.
No. That mouse seems to be dead. Look. I didn't notice it there before. Did you?
I think perhaps it drank the medicine that spilled out of the bottle. Although sometimes prescription medicines can be dangerous for, people who... This is why you shouldn't take other people's prescription medicine, folks. Very important. But that's the bottle that Miss Green was about to drink from when we arrived. What could go wrong, thought the mouse. It's just delicious purple liquid, thought the mouse. Presenting to the morgue, where we are now.
You don't think?
Ah, I see you've come to appreciate the true nature of this scene. That of a tragedy about to take place.
Good thing poison is bright pink.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
very
either
helpful.
It's either poison or it is blood. Depending
That's
on the video
true,
game
depending
you're playing.
on the video game you're playing, yeah.
Yes, I think it's falling into place.
You really know it's very bad poison if it steams slightly.
Miss Green, the content of this bottle you had before has spilled out on the floor, and the poor mouse that drank it has sadly died.
Oh.
I think it's clear that the bottle must have contained a powerful poison.
Yeah, we should sue that doctor for malpractice, am I right?
Yeah.
The doctor was trying to murder her. Is that... Don't worry, I will attend to the mouse presently. Give it CPR, quick, it might not be too late. Pump its little stomach! Dr. Mouse MD was the best doctor we had! I'm sorry. Miss Green. Were you intending to go the same way as that rodent? To take your own life?
Once we'd left, you would have put it to your lips again, wouldn't you? And taken the poison?
Go. Miss Green, please talk to us.
Can we converse with her now?
Okay, just straight up.
Unaliving right there.
Yep. 10 seconds later, and we would have arrived at a very different scene here. In all probability, we would not have enjoyed this most delightful conversation. Of course, perhaps it hasn't been quite so delightful from your perspective, Miss Green. I actually personally prefer it, but... Actually, in a way, now that everything's out in the open, I feel like a weight has been lifted.
Tell me, how did you acquire that medicine?
Well, with this being a hospital, when the doctor comes to examine me in the mornings, he always leaves the medicine cabinet open for a while, so I snuck this out when he wasn't looking. Conspicuously lacks a label. I wonder what it contains. Soap. But I'm afraid I don't really know. But I thought if I drank it, it might just stop the pain somehow. Please, Miss Green, don't talk of such things.
Yeah, just do what Sherms does and have a lot of coffee.
Use coffee to dull the pain.
Well, it seems clear now that it contains poison.
Yeah, just like casually leaving unlabeled poison in the medicine cabinet seems absolutely fine.
Well, I did say keep out, so
I mean, that's true, it does, yeah. Yes, that poor little mouse is proof of that. To be fair, there are a lot of things in doctors' cupboards that are probably poisonous if you take them by mouth, but still. Oh no, it's all my fault. What have I done? I shall remove this to my office, Miss Green. I take it you have no objection? Oh, none.
We're not just gonna leave her here, right? Like,
I mean, I want to help her. I don't. I mean, maybe we should give her that envelope chunk piece. I don't know if it'll help, but
no.
Okay, that doesn't look. Ah, could you just hold that there for a moment? Don't move.
Sorry?
No, the aesthetics are all wrong.
Is it wrong that I feel so thoroughly rejected?
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything, but I don't want to leave her here.
No.
Wait, was the letter flashing with a tick still? No, it wasn't.
Oh no, it's not. It definitely feels as though this card must be relevant. I mean, when we first arrived, Miss Green was standing with it in her hand, in what can only be described as a very tense atmosphere.
Yes. It may very well be related to whatever incident Mr. Sherms believes was about to happen here. I like how we've solved that already, and yet we haven't clicked on all the clues.
Yeah.
Strychnine, maybe it could be. Perhaps we should ask Miss Green about it. I wonder if that's unlocked a conversation topic.
Oh yeah, let's see. Yes, the card.
Because I wonder if we can at any point give her that little scrap of paper, which potentially, maybe even... Oh, look!
Ahaha!
In fact, so...
Yeah?
Did she know the guy then? Presumably the lodger. I wonder. Given that he was also in her room.
Is it possible he found it in the tin, like under the...
Oh, it could have been in the tin, yeah.
Because why else would that photo be there?
Yeah, quite.
I think that's his belongings still held under there.
Although he wasn't in that room, he was in the room above.
Oh yeah, keep forgetting. It's in his
Yeah.
pocket there.
Yeah, I wonder. You was right.
Yeah.
Neither the sender's name or address appeared to be written on the envelope or the card. It arrived by post at my home the day before the incident that put me in hospital here.
I have information regarding the death of Duncan Ross. Oh god.
Oh, okay. No, wait, what?
Come to the Slug and Salad on Briar Road at 5 p.m. on the 17th. Don't tell anybody else about this letter or the meeting. It is a matter of utmost importance. And then she got stabbed.
And then she got stabbed. Oh, I wonder if the actor pilfered the letter off her body before,
Oh. Wait a minute. The 17th of this month. That's the day you were stabbed on Briar Road.
And 5 p.m. is precisely the time when the incident occurred. A Slug and Salad. Yes, a pub on the northern corner of Briar Road.
Briar Road. Being the street that Mr. Garrett Debs' house is on.
Does this mean that... Yes, I'm sure you've guessed. That day when I was struck in the back by the knife, I was actually on my way to the Slug and Salad. Goodness.
So, that's what you were doing on Briar Road that day.
I'm sorry I didn't say anything before.
did Shamspeare somehow orchestrate it all to get Suzeki out? I do wonder.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't see how he could have orchestrated the accidental fight.
I think I really will have to ask you to excuse me now. I've told you everything.
Yes, I'm very sorry to have had to drag up such painful memories for you.
Yeah, the name in the book. It's a good point, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually just tried to start an argument in which she might have accidentally thrown a knife out of the window, maybe, possibly. I don't know. I don't know. But, no, it's fine. Miss Green. Please, promise us you won't try to do anything like that again. Yes, don't worry. Your detective friend has the bottle now anyway.
Like which one?
And besides, I've been stabbed in the back and had a close shave with a bottle of poison, and I'm still here. I think I'm destined to see things through to the end. It might sound a little conceited, but, well, that's how all this has made me feel. No, I mean...
Understandable though, like, fucking hell. Leaving Miss Green and St. Bartholomew's behind, he made her way back to Baker Street with Mr. Sherms. Oh, pretty.
Oh, yeah, very nice. Well, it would appear we've reached the end of the investigative trail for today.
Yes, it's late.
And Mr. Naruhodo? Did you discover anything that may be of use to you in court tomorrow, do you think?
Details about Mr. Shamspeare, Mr. Gary Debs' lodgings, the convict Selden. There are many facets to this case, and we're yet to see to the heart of it, if you ask me. That's my feeling anyway.
I can't help wondering about the results of the analysis.
Into Mr. Natsume's tea, you mean?
Yes. Will they have found strychnine in it, or not? Well, I fear that either way, it will be hard to escape the grip of our friend Mr. Reaper. Oh dear.
Yes, bear up, funsies.
And I wish you every success, of course. And though I was late to rise this morning, tomorrow will be a new dawn. I intend to spring from my bed at a crisp hour and attend the trial.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes, you're going to come?
Indeed. Whatever happens, I shall be there, assuming my eyelids cooperate in the morning.
Well, I think we've done all we can. All that's left is to remain focused and keep fighting for Mr. Natsume's cause until the very end. London, the world's most prosperous city, home to some 6 million people. But away from the razzle-dazzle, down back alleys, and behind bricked-up windows, the lonely lurk. Suzaki-san had battled long and hard with loneliness during his many months here, and so I felt honor-bound to battle equally hard for my compatriot, to lift the curse that gripped him. As Mr. Sholmes said, tomorrow would be a new dawn for all of us. Wow, what a good place to save.
It's a great place to save. He's going to show up at the exact moment of dawn, then leave and go, the
Trial wasn't on yet, so I took a nap. Anyway, it's 5 p.m. now.
I agree. That does sound very much like Sholmes.
But yeah, I'm gonna...
Yeah, we're going to call it for tonight.
Yeah,
That works for me.
to be continued.
So tomorrow we get more trial. Woohoo.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll remember all the things we've learned today.
Well, so far, all of us together, we've managed to remember basically everything in this case so far, I think. I'm quite proud of us.
I definitely wonder when the ripped corner of the letter is going to,
Yeah, become an important,
yeah.
Yeah, shame though. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if Socketwrench pushes herself too hard now, she won't be able to stream tomorrow. Then you'll have to wait another week.
Yeah.
Yeah? How's that for bribery?
Wow.
What?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, I need to be really careful with how long I sit down. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I'm assuming that Shamspeare did in fact write it.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is just...
Sus.
Mm-hmm.
Like the soap.
Yeah, that's right. Spoiled. Season of Suspicious Soap. 2024. But yeah, I'm interested in this case actually, and how he was actually doing. Mostly, I just want to know what the hell those handprints were on the wall.
And what happened? That Sholmes is forbidden, any...
Yeah. What was so important?
This is the forbidden
this is the
case.
forbidden case that we weren't supposed to talk about. Yeah. That's now, I think, come back to bite us in the butt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because, what was it? Yeah, when Suzaki told her dad about this case,
Yeah.
he called her back under false pretenses.
Yes.
So, yeah, this case has obviously got something really...
syndicate-y going on here. With that hit list and all, maybe, that we finally get some details on that.
Intriguing.
Mm.
I hope so, anyway.
Mm. Well then.
Well done.
To you the honours.
To me the honours.
To you the honours.
What am I honouring?
The outro.
Yeah, I know.
The cart.
Thanks very much.
It's in our heart.
It can't just be that it's just the Horde of the Guy. No, exactly. There has to be more to it. This has to be like a full-on...
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm quite excited to see. I hope we find out. But thing is, I don't see how it can... I mean, the actual getting down to the nitty-gritty of it must be like a long, full game thing. I think this is going to be like a what happened to the omnibus situation still.
Yeah.
Because, obviously we've gone back in time to recap it.
Yeah, exactly that.
But I am interested to learn more, however long it takes us.
Yeah.
But yeah, well then. Thanks for coming to our stream. Don't forget, I forgot what I came up with last time.
Oh, good night.
Well, I forgot. Bums. Keep the car in your heart.
Yeah. Go back to the
Always
classics.
follow the Kobold motto. Yeah, the classics are the best. Live, laugh, objection! And until next time, we hope you be well. Good night.
Good night.